that is about statistical problems. So in the next, we have finished actually the two model tests of 60 question. Now we will start very soon the third one. So before starting that, so I must show you this presentation. So it's a very simple, interesting, and very easy. Now let's see if you can see my screen. Are you looking at this screen? I'm sharing with you.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. So this is all about the descriptive statistics, and we will talk about the mean, median, range. So it's a quantitative reasoning type of the questions. As we know, the mean, that is the average. Median is the value which divides the data into two equal halves. And range is the difference of the maximum and the minimum values of the data. So that is a brief description of all these terms. Now let's see, we are just going to solve a real problem that is frequently coming in these type of the questions, including ACT, SAT, GMT, and so
Right.
question, so many type of the test. Now let's see. So please read if you can.
Sure. Consider a set. Consider a set S equals to 2, 4, 6, 8, and x, y. If x and y are both prime numbers and uh, 0 is less than x and 40 is greater than x, and 0 is less than 0. Sorry, 0 is greater less than. Oh my god, I keep messing it up. Y, and
Simply
then
let me just hold a second. I mean to say, if you are just going to read this statement in mathematical language, what you would have to say, x lies between 0 and 40.
okay,
Correct?
yeah.
X lies
Right, yeah.
between 0 and
Between
40,
0 and 40. Okay.
and y also lies between 0 and 40. Which of the following
Okay.
must be true? So it's very important. We have three statements. Please read the
Okay.
first one.
Sure. The maximum possible range of the set is greater than 33. Number two, the median can never be an even number. Three is if y is equal to 37, the average of the set will be greater than the median. One only for A, B is one and two only, C is two and three only, D is three only, and then E is one, two, and three.
Okay, so let me explain this problem. It's very simple words. We have a set of almost six numbers, but last two numbers are not given to us. So 2, 4, 6, and 8. The only indication is given that the x and y are prime numbers. What are the prime numbers?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. The prime number is actually the number which has only the two divisor itself and the one. So no more divisors for a prime number. So prime number,
Right.
then this is the first indication about the x and y. And the second one is that both of these unknown x and y prime numbers are lying between 0 to 40. So they are between, they can acquire the value, they can get the value, all those prime numbers which are lying in 4 and 40 interval. So only the prime numbers x and y can be the prime. So next is which of the following must be true. So if we have any idea about these two values, we will have a complete set of 6 digits. Am I right? Are you getting me?
Right.
Okay. We are getting, so what we are saying that this is the set of 6 digits, and we will have to find out some interesting properties that the maximum range of this set is 33. This is the first possible statement about this data. If we can find out the x and y, the next is the median can never be an even number. So if we know the values of these two, we will have to rearrange accordingly. Then we'll have to find the middle value. That middle value is actually the average of the two middle values, because it has the even number. This set has even numbers. For the even number values, we will have to divide between two numbers to get the median, and dividing by 2, the average of those middle two numbers. Next statement is that we will calculate and will get that this must be and cannot be even number. The median cannot be even. The maximum possible range is greater than 33. And the third and the last statement is about that set after getting the value of a. If we are putting y is equal to 37, 37 is a prime number
Right.
and also lying between 0 and 40. The average of the set will be greater than the median. So we will have to find the x, and then we will have to find the average. What I mean to see, the mean. Adding all these numbers, dividing by 6, we will get the mean, the average. The average must be greater than the median. So
Right.
what we'll have to do, these are the three possible things. One is the range, second one is about the median, third one is about the average or mean. So range, mean, and median. So what can be possible? That one only, what I mean to say, one only mean that if you can, after finding out x and y, so its range can be greater than 33. The second statement is 1 and 2 possible, that if we can find the value of x and y, then we can say that the range is greater than 33, and we can also say that the median is even number. Third one, we are not sure about that. The third statement, that is C, is that if we can find out x and y according to the given conditions, then we can say that first and the third possibility of about the data is possible. That is, the range is greater and the mean is greater than median. And the second last one is, that is the D option, that is only after finding out x and y according to the given conditions, we can say only one thing, that is the third one, that is the average or mean must be greater than the median. And the last and the third one is that three statements, if we can find out x and y according to the given conditions, then we
Right.
can say that all these three statements, the range must be greater, the median cannot be even, and the mean must be greater than median. So all these three things are possible. So I know this is the problem in hand. So what you will have to do, so you will have to visualize all these things. We will have to suppose
Yeah.
something about the x and y. Then we will bring the formula just to find out all these statistical values. That is the range, the median, and the mean. So that is all about that. I'm sure that there is no confusion about the statement of the question.
Yeah. No.
Is there any?
No,
Okay,
there's no question.
okay. So after explaining this much in detail, so we are just proceeding to get the possible right best answer out of these
Right.
five choices. Okay. So what we'll have to do, look at this. Oh, yes, it's looking very fantastic. What I mean to say, it's if you can balance all these stone, jot down key data. So from that, what I mean to say, the tricky type of the problem is there. All those statements, all the sets and the condition imposed on those x and y. So what you will have to do, you will have to just arrange. Have you seen these
Okay.
type of the stones or any puzzle that you will have to extra careful to manage them? So look at
I've
this.
okay.
Okay. The first one is all alone. It's very simple. It will take a little care. And if you are adding one more, so you will have to be extra vigilant just to balance them. And this, if you have one more, just to put on the top. So you will have to get the extra coordination of your mind and hands and the balancing. And if you have one more, the last one. So just to get this arrangement, so you will have to utilize the balancing of your mind and the hands and all those
Right.
movements. Okay. It's a
Right.
difficult one just to make this arrangement. Having these type of the stones, the shining stones, we have a lot of these stones near the what we can say beaches or all over in
Right.
the deserts, and people are keeping all these shining stones after polishing them in their drawing rooms. But anyhow, so what we will have to do? So that is tricky type of the problem. And right now, just to get the information or just to proceed about the solution. So you are feeling this type of the situation now, I'm sure.
Sure. Yeah.
If you are looking this problem, so what you will have to say? It's just like that, balancing those stones.
Right.
If you have any
Yeah.
idea just to tackle this, come out,
Yeah.
please.
So now I pretty sure I've gone through this. So I'm pretty sure the highest number that it can be is 37 since it's a prime number and it doesn't go over 40. And then
Yes,
you could say the max, so you could say one is true, and then it gets rid of the option D.
37.
And
The
then
range is 37
yeah,
minus 2. Okay, that is the
right.
minimum value. Minimum value is 2. Okay, 2. And one
Right.
more possibility is that if you can get the maximum value for the y or x, anyone can take the value
Yeah.
37. So the minimum value is this. Range is by definition, a range must be 37 minus 2, that will be 35, and that is greater than 33. Good. So this is the idea. Now let's see. We can solve this. After all, every problem has a solution. So that's
Right.
why it must have the proper solution, but we'll have to jot down the, what I mean to say, jot down that key data. So let's see how can we do this. So once again, the problem is written over here at the top every time. We have just like that which of the following must be true, that set is given distinct elements, both are prime x and y lies between 0 and 40. So this is the gist of the problem. So key data is,
Right.
look at this, key data is set S has 6 elements. Am I right? 6 elements. You can
Right.
count. One thing. The second is the elements of set S are distinct. No, never can be repeated. Okay, distinct. They
Right.
are distinct. We cannot take x as a 2 or whatsoever the values are. So x and y cannot get these values 2, 4, 6, 8. The
Right.
third one is that is very important. That is x and y are prime numbers. What I mean to say, you know the prime numbers. Okay,
Right.
and the last one is that is the fourth, that x and y both lies between 0 and 40. So they cannot be exceeded 40, they cannot be a negative number, both of these. So
Right.
these are four key information. What I mean to say, key point about the this set, and that is about the given condition. So because 2 is already an element in S, both x and y have to be odd. What I mean to say, look at this, that prime number, the only prime even prime number is only one. That is what, which one is prime number?
Could you repeat that?
My question is, the only even prime number is what?
Oh, isn't it like
That
two?
must be a
Isn't
prime.
just two?
Two. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely
Okay.
right. 2 is a prime, and at the same time, 2 is even number. So we
Yeah.
can say that only prime even number is 2.
Two.
All other prime must be odd.
Odd.
You know, even and odd.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, odd cannot be divisible by 2. So,
Right.
so from here, x and y must be odd because x and y are also prime. They cannot get the value 2 because they are distinct elements, cannot be repeated over here. So that's why this is the key point once again. After having four information, the basic information extracting from this given set, we have concluded that x and y both cannot be even. What I mean to say, they must be by all means odd, and at the same time they must be the prime numbers. Okay, so we are just
Okay.
moving. So what we'll have to step two, evaluate individually whether the statements are true. So what the three statements are given, and we will have to just testify these statements one by one, that what statement
Okay.
is possible. If first is possible, so we can think about the first and second and the third, and at the end we will have to conclude that which statement is not possible, while the other tools are holding over there. Anyhow, once
Right.
again, it's a just a delicate thing to keep all those statements in back. Anyhow, so once again, the question is written over there at the top. So what we'll have to do, the maximum possible range of the set is greater than 33. So this is the first statement. We will have to check this statement first
Right.
independently, all alone, that this data is given and we are just looking for the range. So
Right.
range, if we can calculate the range, and that range is also greater than 33, we can say the first statement holds true. So unknown
Right.
x and y both are prime and are greater than 2 and less than 40. What I mean to say, that they cannot get the attain the value of that is 2, and they must be less than 40. So smallest number in the set is 2. So this set is given,
Okay.
and if we are just looking for the range, so range is the difference between the largest and the smallest value. So 2 by all means is the smallest value. And
Okay.
if x and y, any number can be, according to the given conditions, they must be the prime and they must lie between 0 and 40. So they can, the smallest number in the set is 2. So first thing, if you are looking for the range, so we must know what is the smallest value. So 2 by all means is the smallest value of the given set. So now we'll have to get the greatest value of the set to find the range. So maximum value x and y can take 37, as you were saying. So this was absolutely right. The largest prime less than 40 is 37, because if you are taking y or x or anything, so that must not exceed 37. Okay, are you with me? Are you
Okay.
getting this?
Yeah.
Because 40
Yep.
is the limit, and before 40, 37 is the only prime number that is nearest to the 40. So maximum possible range, that either we are putting x is equal to 37 or y is equal to 37. In both the cases, that will be the maximum value of this set. So minimum, already we have pointed out, that is 2 is the minimum value, and x or y whatsoever we are putting, the maximum value is 37. The largest prime less than 40. So maximum possible range is, what I mean to say, this is the range, the maximum value that must be 37 as per the given condition, and we have the minimum value also. So the difference of the maximum and the minimum value is called range. So we will get
Right. Okay.
35, and 35 is greater than 33. So statement 1 is true. So from this mathematical calculation, we can say that range is greater than 33. So first statement holds true. Okay,
Okay.
are you getting this? So there is no
Yep.
doubt about that. The first statement, that the
Yeah.
range must be greater than 33. and we have just calculated it, so it is greater than
Yeah.
33. So first statement holds by all mean, fulfilling all the
Right. Yeah.
conditions that both x and y must be the what I mean to say prime numbers, and they are both lying between 0 and 40. So let's move to the next one. So the second statement is the median can never be an even number. So look at this. So it's just a little tougher, what I mean to say, as compared to the earlier one. The second statement is saying that whatsoever you can find the median, that must not be an even number. That must be odd or prime or whatsoever, but that cannot be the even number. The median can never be an even number.
Even number.
So what we'll have to say, set has six numbers, as we know. 2, 4,
Yeah.
6, 8, and these two. When we are putting these two values, so we will get the total number of 6. So median of the odd number is, that is the value which is the middle value, but here we can get the two middle values. What I mean to say, that this is the first part and this is the last part after putting the values of x and y, and there we will get these central two values, because the central lies between these two values, because these the number is even. So we will have to find the average of the two central values. That is, we will add and dividing by 2, we will get exactly the average, the middle value between any two numbers which are lying over there. We are, but we are not sure about that, that
Okay.
which is the middle point, which is the average of the two. So the median is the average of third and fourth number. What I mean to say, whosoever is the third, not this may not be 6 and 8 are the third and fourth. After assigning the values, those x and y, those must be greater than 2, and also at the same time they must be the prime numbers. So whatsoever the prime number is coming for these two x and y, so this what we can say arrangement or this order may be changed. So we will have to focus on this, that the third and the fourth, the average of the third and fourth number will be the median. Am I right? Are you getting
Right.
this?
Yeah.
So if we have the
Yeah.
even number, so we will have to locate their two middle values and we will have to get the average of those
Right.
two
Yeah.
numbers. So the median point will lie between those two numbers. That is the middle point. That is what we can say the average or the midpoint of those two values. Anyhow, so x and y are distinct prime numbers greater than 2 less than 40. What I mean to say, so this is the condition imposed on x and y whenever we are assigning any value to x and y. So we'll have to keep this thing in mind, that x and y both must be what I mean to say less than 40, and they must be greater than 2, because 2 is already here, and they must be the distinct one. In each and every value must be distinct element over written over here. So approach is, let us compute the median for all possible values of x and y. Can take and check whether the median is an even number. What I mean to say, so this is the approach hit and trial method. What I mean to say, that all those possible values can be assigned to x and y. Those values are lying between 2 and 40 now, and those must be the prime numbers. So we'll have to look at all those prime numbers which are greater than 2 but less than 40, and they must be distinct also. We are looking for the two numbers, and after allocating these two values, one is for the x and the second one is for the y, we will have to arrange this data accordingly as per the ascending order. Then we will have to locate the third and fourth value, and then we will have to add the third and fourth, and we will have to get the average, that is dividing the sum of third and fourth by 2, and we will get that point. And then we will have to check that answer, that either this is even or odd, and as per our condition that cannot be an even number. So I'm sure that I have explained each and everything what we are going
Yeah.
to do in the next slides, in the next steps. So this is all about that. So keeping all these things in mind, we are just proceeding to do that. What is that? Okay, this is or long list, but don't be what I mean to say, worry about all these things. Set has six numbers. The median is the average of third and fourth number. We have decided this. So let x is 3 because 3 is a prime number and y is 5. Am I right?
Yeah.
Look at this. These are the distinct and these are also the prime and these are also lying between 2 and 40. So S
Right.
will get this arrangement 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And
Yeah.
these are the two middle values for third and fourth value. So 9. And when we are dividing 9 by 2, we will get 4.5. That is 4.5 is not an even number. Am I right?
Yeah.
4.5 is not even number. Okay? That cannot be divisible by 2. So that's why that is not even number. So if we can suppose these values for x and y, we will get the median odd. So once again, less.
Okay.
We are fixing x is 3 and y must be greater than 7, the next number. Greater or equal to
Okay.
7. What I mean to say, it may be 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19, and then 23, and so on. So they must get these values. If we are just putting equal to 7, so 3 and 7, now x and y is fixing over here, getting the second and the second last value, that is the fifth one. Then the average of this is 5. So 5 is not even. Okay?
Okay.
Are you getting this? That we will have to
Yeah.
add these two middle values, and by dividing 2, this 4 plus 6 is 10, dividing by 2, we'll get 5. That is once again not even. So now let's see if we are just moving ahead. So if we are just letting the x is 5. So x is 5, then y is greater, or we are keeping this y is as it is as in the previous step. So we will get this arrangement of the numbers. So these are the two middle values. If we are dividing, we will get 5.5. And if we are just putting x is 7 and y is one step more, that must be 11 or greater than 11. So we will get this if we are just supposing that these are 7 and 11. So they are be fixing over here. So once again, these are the two middle values, 6.5, not even. And if we are getting x is greater than 11 and y is greater than 13, we are proceeding then once again. And if we are just giving the values x is 11, y is
Yeah.
13, so once again we will get this arrangement, and 7 is not even, and so forth. If we are just moving in this way, the this is just the pattern of the values whatsoever we are assigning, whatsoever. Think about those two
Yeah.
values for x and y. Let's suppose 37 and 30 29, 29 and 37. These are the possible maximum values, 29 and 37. So if you are just putting these in the list, so what we'll have to do, once again we will get 4 plus 5 is over there, because after this step, the arrangement will be that those two values will become at the end. What I mean to say, the fifth and fourth, and this will remain everywhere. That's why we are not proceeding
Yeah.
further. We will not proceeding further. What I mean to say, whatsoever the values x and y are attaining, we will get each and every time these two values in the middle. Am I right? Are you getting this?
Yeah.
Whatsoever the values are, they will come after this, or over here, there, over here and there, as 29 and 37. So this will remain the central two values. Okay, are you getting this?
Okay.
That's why we
Yeah.
are stopping over here. We are stopping. Why
Right.
we are stopping? Because if we are attaining this limit, we are putting this 11 and 13, and after the next step is 13 and 19. What I mean to say, 13 and 17, 13 and 17.
Right.
So this will come over here also, and this will remain the same. So every time
Okay.
after this step till 29 and 37, we will get the 7 is the median. Why?
because it doesn't matter because it doesn't
Oh,
change
yes.
after the
It
yeah
doesn't matter the order of the set. Okay?
yeah
Order, ascending order. So this will remain the same. 6 and 8 will be the middle two. Am I right?
yep
Okay, so we will get every time the median is 7. So what we can say that this set has median 7 or less than 7. Look at this, 7 or less than 7. Am I right?
okay yeah
So 7 or less than 7, we have seen if it is 7, so it's a odd number. If less than 7, it's a odd. Once again, less than odd.
so
Less than
yeah
7, odd. Every time, if the median is less than 7, this will remain the odd number.
right
And it cannot exceed 7 also. It cannot be greater than 7. So in all these cases, statement second is true. What was the statement second? That the median cannot be even. Am
even
I right?
yeah
So by
yep
all means, the second statement is true. The first is true by all means, whatsoever the values are, and that is the range can be greater than 33. And the second statement is by all means true, that whatsoever x and y values are given with the given restrictions, they median cannot be even number. Am I right? So both the
right
statements are true for each and everything. Now let's see what is next. Next is just to analyze the third one. If y is 37, this was the complete statement. If y is 37, the average of the set will be greater than the median. What I mean to say, if you are putting y is 37, okay, y is 37, then the average of the set will be greater than median. Median, you know what is that? 7. Every time, median, the greatest median is what?
the greatest median is 7 right
7. So after putting y is 7, 37, the mean must be greater than the median. Okay. This is a statement.
okay
Now let's see 37. You are putting x is equal to 37, y is equal to 37. We will get this data where x
right
is a prime greater than 2 and less than 40. So if we are just approaches, let us compute the average and the median of all possible values that x can take. Check whether the average is greater than median. What I mean to say that we have calculated the median for all possible values that cannot exceed 7. So one by one, if we are assigning the values of x, because now y is given, y is fixed now, so only is x. X can attain any value between 2 and 39, 2 and 40. It cannot be 2, it cannot be 40. And between all these, what I mean to say, numbers, prime numbers must be the x can attain any value out of among these prime numbers. So in this way, average is the sum of all these numbers dividing by 6, because the total number, total values are 6. Am I right? Are you getting this?
yeah
Average.
yep
So median by all means is 7, cannot exceed the 7. And after adding these values, x can attain any value. Let's suppose it's a 3. So if we are putting 3, so we will get the average. What I mean to say 40 and then 50 and 58. So 58, when we are dividing this, so we will get the, what I mean to say, greater than 7 average. Anyhow, so let's see. S is just like this, prime number, x can get this value. If we are putting x is 3, as I was saying, so we will get 5, uh, 10. 10 is the average. So median is 5 over there for these values. So average is greater. If we are assigning x is
okay
5, the next prime number between 2 and 40, we will get this data, and the average is 10.33 because dividing by 6, and median 5.5. If you are
Okay.
assigning x is 7, the average will remain this one, median is this. So once again, average is greater. If we are letting x is equal to or greater than 11, equal or equal, if we are putting 11, we will get this once again. And if you can see now that if the x is getting 11, once again the median is greater. So if greater than 11, we are putting 13. So once again, the average will increase because we are increasing the value. So this will be
Yeah.
median is 7. So median cannot exceed 7, but average can exceed now from this point onward. So
Yeah.
for all the possible values, if the set pattern is just like that, the average is all time greater than the median, then whatsoever you are increasing the value of x until 39, you will get the average greater than median. So statement is 3 is true, also true. Okay.
Okay.
So statement 3 is also true. So the net conclusion is that statement 1, 2, and 3 is true for the given data with the given conditions. Okay. If you're just going back, what I mean to say that from where we have started, this one. So this is the data with the given conditions. So the maximum possible range 33, we have seen that for all that, this will increase. That will be 35.
Right.
35 is always greater than 33. Then we have seen that whatsoever the x and y is, according to the restriction, according to the given conditions, every time we will get the median that is not the even number, that is odd all the time. We have seen this. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
At the end, we are assigning y is 37 and we are just changing the value for the x starting from 3 and ending at 39, you can say. So uh, from the second statement, when we are analyzing the second statement, that one thing more is that is the odd number, and we have seen that median cannot exceed 7. So maximum value of median will remain 7 everywhere for every value, every possible value of x and y with the given
Okay.
restrictions. So that cannot exceed 7. So here we have seen
Right.
that if we are assigning this and we are changing the value of x starting from 3, next possible even number or prime number, then we can say that every time the data when we are assigning y is 37 and x is changing the values. So whatsoever we are putting the values, so every time the average is greater than the median. Every time till we are reaching
Right.
39, assigning 39. So these three statements are true. So that's why our choice must be one, second, and third. All three conditions hold true for this set of data after assigning any two values to x and y within these restrictions. So our choice was what how have we have proceeded just like that. So key data is to be calculated from the statements. Then we were proceeding. We will have to put the data in a right format. So we were putting just like that, and we were getting analyzing statement one by one. So first is always true. The second is that third and fourth, the average of third and fourth will give you the median. So we were just making the arrangements, few possible arrangements, and we are getting the pattern. So all the time we can get not more than 7. That is the median. 7 is a once again odd number, and that is the maximum value of median that data can assign according to the given conditions and restrictions. So second, the third one was that we are looking for the average or mean. So 37 is for the y, and we will have to change the value of x according to the given conditions. So we have each and every time when we are just posing any value, according to the given condition for the x, every time we are getting average or mean is greater than the median. So
Right.
this pattern is just finalizing this statement that the average or the mean is greater than the median all the time with the given restriction and condition for x and y. So all these three statements holds what I can say hold true for the given data. So we can say that our ultimate choice is that's the E that was at the end. The statement one, first, second, and third. Three statements are true for the given data. So this is all about that. So once again, I will send all these slides also that you can just look at these, and also will make the recap videos for that for the 2 or 3 minutes
Yeah.
just to go through those. So once again, we are here just to offer any help recording set or ACT or GMAT or G, or even we are conducting the O and A level classes to all the students locally. And if over there in your school or anywhere, if somebody is interested, so they can contact, you can refer them. We will
Right.
be up to the mark with them if they are feeling any difficulty according to this COVID-19 situation. All the classes, all the
Right.
education is transferred to the online. So we are available everywhere on Skype, on Teammates, on Zoom, or any other communicational tool. So it's all about that. So thank you very much. Once again, you will have to send the outline. So because I will have to start the third set of the paper consisting of
Yeah.
60 questions. We have done
Okay.
almost, we have done more than 100 questions, and some are left over there for the next problem level. Difficulty levels is a little higher than your level at this stage. So if you can send the outlines of your syllabus or what the topic, by anyhow, I have sent you that you were online on Zoom. So that is that maybe your school timing and you are taking your
Yeah.
class
I
online.
was.
So what are those current topics which currently you are studying online from your?
Well, we just because our winter break is about to start in like pretty much tomorrow. But we finished statistics today, or well, last week we finished statistics.
Test
And
dates. So what were those
yeah,
topics of the testing?
it was the mean, median, mode, but it was like a they made it like a different way. I can't remember like how they made like they wrote it like in a really
Okay,
weird way.
if you have
Yeah.
any outlines of those
Yeah, I
topics,
could
or
probably
if you
send you
can
like a
jot
screenshot
down.
or two.
Okay, so what is your next schedule? You are coming to Pakistan, or what you are saying?
Uh no, I said we are gonna have winter break.
Winter,
Um
you have winter break of how many days?
like 2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks, and
Or a week. Yeah.
you will spend 2 weeks where? Over there in America or
We're
coming?
we're gonna stay home just because of Corona. We don't want to get anyone sick or have any
Okay,
problems like that.
so you cannot come to Pakistan.
No,
Okay, you will
we
stay
won't be
over
able
there,
to.
or
Yeah,
stay over there due to this COVID-19. There is a lockdown,
right.
completely lockdown over there in your state.
No, you have a choice if you want to leave or whatever, but it's like always like we're just trying to be as safe as we can,
Okay, so
and so we're
the
staying here.
free movements are restricted now over there.
Yeah, it's just a little harder. Yeah,
Oh, it's a
it's not.
difficult. You can say that
Yeah,
somewhere the restrictions are very high and somewhere there is a relaxation
yeah,
that you can visit somewhere, but that gathering is not allowed. You cannot go
right,
all over there. So the same situation is over here, and all the educational activities or the classes are online. So institution was completely shut down, and we have the lockdown only for the educational institutions. All the markets and the every venue is open. Traffic is running on the roads, but they are just
right,
observing the SOPs, putting on the mask, and they
right,
are
right.
keeping the social distances and whatsoever. But the people are less careful over here due to this reason that the Pakistanis are very tough everywhere, and this
Hmm.
way they have the greater immunity, what we can say,
Right.
due to the greater immunity as compared to all those Europeans, they are surviving very, what we can
Yeah.
say,
And
easily.
it's not as bad over there because there's
Uh,
only like 1,000 cases a
oh,
day or something. Over
yes.
here, it like got to like so
Oh,
many, like
yeah,
hundreds of
yes,
thousands a
yes.
day.
The reason is this, that the Pakistan, the majority which is out over there, they are very hardworking. They will have to every time in winter or what we can say summer, they are all the time doing the hard work, and they are just walking, doing the things manually. What I mean to say, they don't have maximum of the people don't have the conveyance to just go through here and there. They are all the time walking, running, this and that. So due to this hardship, they are very much used to kill this virus within. When the virus is coming to their body, they are just getting the immunity as strong as possible.
Right.
And the next thing is their diet. They are taking the pure proteins. They are avoid away from this what we can say, the free frozen food or
Right.
the cold drinks. They are just taking the natural things because they cannot afford all these things. So that's why they are taking the pure fresh things at this spot, because they cannot afford to get all those costly items which have been frozen, which are being there in the, what we can say, at the larger prices, or processing food or coming or imported items. They are just getting the natural things. So this is the one of the reason that I have seen. And one thing is that the cooking style, that every time whatsoever we are taking over here, that is being cooked at the high temperature. What I mean to say, that when the virus or this thing is coming to that, so the maximum temperature required to make this COVID-19 virus inactive is, that is 68 degree. So we are getting the things, even if we are just eating the paratha, that is coming out of more than 100 degrees centigrade. So just boiling each and everything. So we are taking it very difficultly. We don't like the that cold one. We are just out of the pan and into our mouth. So that
Yeah.
is just like that situation. So anyhow, so take care of you and the people around you. So it's a time to say goodbye. Thank you very much. Okay,
All right.
Allah
Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.